In a fascinating turn of events in the world of cinema, Indonesia is proving to be a hotbed for a genre that chills and thrills in equal measure, and that is horror. Indonesia's homegrown ghost stories and monster tales are not just captivating local audiences, they're absolutely dominating the Indonesian box office and even starting to garner international attention. Our next report brings you the details.
Imagine the scene, the crunch of popcorn punctuated by screams. Well, that's the reality in Indonesian cinemas right now, where moviegoers are flocking to see locally produced horror films. This resurgence is built on a deep-seated cultural fascination with the supernatural, with tales passed down through generations to scare and, it seems, now to entertain on the big screen.
Indonesian movie is more to the supernatural things that happen in the country, right? Culturally and probably it's as a myth and as a urban legend. So most of them are supernatural.
The numbers speak for themselves. According to the Indonesian Film Board, a staggering 60% of the 258 films made domestically last year were horror films. And these weren't just niche productions. They accounted for a massive 70% of all cinema tickets sold. That's over 54 million tickets. This booming horror movie scene marks a significant turnaround for Indonesia's film industry. Film production had drastically declined in the 1990s due to a lack of funding. In fact, only 37 horror films were made in that decade. But the new millennium brought a revival, culminating in a Guinness World Record for the film industry most focused on the horror genre.
They also get scared because you know the stories are so familiar with us because we heard about this kind of stories since we were a children. That's why it's very, very close to our culture, to our memory.
This renaissance, as some are calling it, was further fueled after the pandemic, with the massive success of the 2022 film KKN Desa Penari, which sold 10 million tickets. Based on a supposedly true story of supernatural encounters, it sparked a wave of more realistic, event-based horror films. The financial impact is also significant. Indonesian cinemas generated over $136 million in revenue in 2022, and experts predict continued growth. This resurgence even earned Indonesia a special spotlight at the prestigious Busan International Film Festival last year, highlighting the renaissance of Indonesian cinema. Beyond local myths, these films often incorporate religious themes, reflecting Indonesia's status as the world's most populous Muslim-majority nation. Some even feature passages from the Quran or are entirely inspired by Islamic narratives. And the appeal of these movies isn't just domestic. The rise of streaming services is helping these unique horror stories reach international audiences. Even smaller production houses are finding success exporting their films to neighboring countries, with negotiations underway for wider distribution. And experts believe this unique export is far from over.
Indonesian cinema can be accepted all over the world. I mean, it's starting at the moment. It's starting to rise at the moment. I mean, like our movies are already wanted in Southeast Asia, in Asia, and some of them are traveling to the Western world. And yeah, we hope that our audience getting bigger and bigger.
The blend of exotic, unimaginable horror rooted in local culture is proving irresistible both at home and increasingly abroad. For audiences seeking the unknown, Indonesian horror films are delivering chills and thrills with a distinctly local flavor.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.